Hello, my name's Lisa, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, just know I really do appreciate you. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, and I wish I had been able to cover this when it first started, but unfortunately I was on holiday on my cruise. A cruise, incidentally, that I paid for through the job I do and not by a multi-level marketing company giving it to me for free. We all know it's not free, don't we? But that leads me nicely into what this video is going to be about, and it's not going to be an anti-MLM video today. This is going to be a tale of woe, despair, and even loss of people's channels as well as their livelihoods. So let's run the disclaimer first and then we will dive in and get started. The story begins in November with a person on TikTok called Lauren the Mortician. She has a massive following on TikTok and is a practicing mortician. And then she also puts out videos where she appears to be testing things. She put out a video about a car seat, and this car seat was one that would swivel round. It was swiveling round to help get your child in and out of it easier. It wasn't designed to be in the swivel position when it was used when you were driving. Lauren stated that this car seat was not safe in a video, and lots of people tagged a guy called Jamie, who is a certified child passenger safety technician, and he made a video addressing what Lauren had said, saying that he had experience in this industry for 20 years, and in his opinion, the car seat was perfectly safe, otherwise it wouldn't be put on sale. In my opinion, Lauren the mortician did not like being corrected, so she put a post on her Facebook which reads as follows. Honest question. Would you take baby product advice from a man who has no children, has 12 to 15 strollers inside their living room, also attempts to give baby wearing / baby carrier product recommendations, car seat wreck and high chair recommendations to actual mothers? Just wondering, hypothetically and all, cause I sure the F wouldn't, especially when they link these products conveniently in their bio for you to purchase, so they can make commissions and gain financially from that. Never having used the product with a physical baby on a day-to-day basis. Nah, me neither. Just checking. I've got a few things to say about what Lauren has written there. She doesn't make it clear that the person she is referring to is actually certified, that it is his job to test these products, and that is why he has them in his home. And she also makes it sound like because he doesn't have children that he's got no right to give recommendations. But I don't agree with that. You don't have to have a child to know whether something is safe for them or not, do you? Jamie is also on TikTok and his profile is called the Jamie Grayson, and he became a target, in my opinion, for Lauren the Mortician, and she started bashing him on a podcast which is run by a person called Bunny XO, and the podcast is called The Dumb Blonde. And for about 10 minutes, they were bashing Jamie and they thought it was highly hilarious. I have seen the part of the podcast that I am referring to, and I did not find it funny at all. In fact, in my opinion, I believe it was homophobic, and that is not okay. Because of these situations, there were negative comments aimed at both sides. And now enters Lauren the Mortician's lawyer called Jeanette Braun. This is the first time she enters, but believe me, it is not going to be the last. The lawyer starts issuing copyright strikes on TikTok, and this leads to Jamie's TikTok being taken down. Now, bearing in mind, this is his livelihood, it's his full-time gig, and now he has lost it just by correcting someone on the misinformation that they are spreading. And in my opinion, that is outrageously disgusting. And at the point of recording this video, I cannot 100% say either way whether Jamie in fact does have his account back. I have seen a few posts where it said he did, and I have seen some where it said he hasn't. So I can't really comment 100% either way on whether he has, but I'm praying that he has got it back. Next up, we have another TikTok creator called Kitty, and her account is called Caffeinated Kitty. I've not really watched a great deal of her content, but one thing that I have noticed in the few videos that I have seen is it appears to be a satire channel, a tongue-in-cheek channel where Kitty speaks as she finds, I suppose is the way to say it. Kitty becomes embroiled into this argument because there is something on her channel to do with Beetlejuice, and I don't really understand what it is. But also, Lauren the Mortician's channel has something similar to do with Beetlejuice. So it transpired that people were getting the two confused, even though they look absolutely nothing like each other, and what is portrayed on each channel is in no way similar. Caffeinated Kitty made a video saying that she isn't me and I'm not her, to clear up the confusion. One thing that I have to say though, because of the confusion over these two people, followers from both accounts started pointing out things about each other, and Kitty made a video pointing out that Lauren the Mortician was liking some transphobic content, and there were receipts in Kitty's video of all of the occasions that Lauren the Mortician had carried out this action. And because of the transphobic comment, Kitty called Lauren the Mortician a turf. At this juncture between Lauren and Kitty. Personally, I would have just ignored it and moved on. Part of making content, regardless of what platform it's on, you are going to get called names, and if you don't have a thick skin, then you're just going to give up and, let anyone who calls you a name win. So if that's how you're going to behave, then really you shouldn't be making content that's put out for the public. And I've been called names, but I didn't then go on to sue the person who called me a name. But that is what is happening in this case. First of all, Kitty's content was copyright strike, and Lauren's lawyer, Jeanette, strikes again and tries to cancel out Caffeinated Kitty. Jeanette did succeed in taking down Kitty's monetised Facebook account, as we can see by the notification on the screen telling her that her account had been terminated. And for the reason it was terminated, I just don't agree. I don't know, it's just beyond me. I don't agree with it. Another TikToker who wishes to remain anonymous sent an email to Lauren the Mortician, and it was just an innocent email. It was asking a few questions and saying that Lauren should put her big girl pants on and make an apology video, but instead Lauren threatened the person who sent the email with prison time and a fine of $250,000. I mean, what this lawyer's doing just seems utterly ridiculous to me. I just can't understand where she thinks that sending an innocent email is a problem. Can you imagine if you sued everyone that sent you an email asking you to do something that you didn't agree with? And in my opinion, this is what is happening. I mean, you may have a totally different opinion, and in which case, leave it down in the comments, because I'll be very interested to see what your take on all of this is. And we're not even part the way through yet. There's more. There's lots more tea to be spilled here today. This just gets wilder and wilder and more out of control as we're going to go through this. It also seems to me that Jeanette is abusing her power as a lawyer, and she is an internet lawyer, and she runs her own practice. She's not part of a big law firm. And to be honest, I think if she was part of a big law firm, none of this would be happening. Kitty carried on speaking out about this situation, which is obviously her right to do. And because Lauren the Mortician and her lawyer could not silence Kitty, they decided to ring in a wellness check to the police, which is obviously something that is very serious to do. And it's basically something that happens when you're worried about generally a member of your family or a very close friend. Now, we have to bear in mind here that neither Lauren the Mortician or the lawyer even know Kitty. So why on earth are they calling in a wellness check? There are recordings of the welfare check, so I am going to play those for you now.
Hello, my name is Jeanette Braun. I'm an attorney, a federal attorney out of Illinois, and I'm actually calling in a wellness check for
One thing I noticed there is the first thing, Jeanette, or Janet, as people like to refer to her as. Personally, I'd like to call her Jackie, but one thing Jeanette says is, I am a lawyer. That seems to be of paramount importance, her getting that out, doesn't it?
She's acting irrational and posting really wild things online. It really looks like she's having a mental crisis and needs some help. I'm wondering if you would go do a wellness check on her and make sure she hasn't harmed herself or
I need an
maybe
address.
do something more. Sure, the address is, I have it, coming now. I have to pull it up.
You would have thought if this was someone that is really concerned about the person they're calling the welfare check on, that they would actually have the address to hand, wouldn't you? At least in my opinion, I would have thought that would be normal behaviour.
What's her name?
Her name is
Is she black, white, or Hispanic?
White with short.
Do you have a date of birth on her?
It is February. She's 12 years old. It's February. I don't know the date. Whatever is it was. 19. And I
Again, if she was really worried, she would know her date of birth, surely. Why would you call a wellness check on someone that you don't even know?
And what exactly is she posting?
She is posting on her TikTok under Caffeinated Kitty, CAFFINATED and her Reddit account.
I just need to know what she's posting. I don't need the usernames.
Wow, what a crime. She's posting on TikTok and Reddit. That is classed as satire, by the way, just in case there's any kind of confusion.
She's blackmailing people. She is going. She's extremely irrational. Posting content to threaten others. She's looks like almost extortion. I received an email from her on Saturday that was full of blackmail and extortion, and I'm going to submit that to the FBI. But now she's posting online, and she really seems to be having a mental crisis.
Is this
In my opinion, she hasn't blackmailed anybody. All she has done is pointed out the facts as they occurred, just like I am doing now, which comes under fair use. You would have thought that this lawyer would know that, really, wouldn't you, seeing she's trying to take everything down?
a relative of yours, or
No, not a relative.
what's your name?
Jeanette, Jeanette, and my last name is Braun, Braun, and I'm an Illinois barred attorney. I think I have an obligation to report when I see erratic behavior as an officer of the court, and this is extremely erratic.
All right, we'll get someone to check on her.
Let me get you her apartment number. I have it. I gotta pull it up. I don't have the apartment number. She's on the floor. She was born in February.
Okay.
But she's on the floor of the apartment building. Short purple hair, thin, white, and I think she really needs some help.
All right, we'll get someone out there to check on her.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good Sunday.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I would agree if you were genuinely worried about this person that yes, you should report it. But in my opinion, you're not genuinely worried about her. You're just trying to tell her you know where she lives and send the police round to her to inconvenience her. Next up, we have the call from Lauren the Mortician calling in her welfare check, and this one is even more bizarre, in my opinion.
Police and fire.
Hi, I was calling. I was calling to ask for a wellness check on someone.
Okay, what's the address?
It is I'd like to remain anonymous if I could. I know that's awkward, but
Oh, don't you find it strange that she doesn't want to give her name? Why would you call a wellness check-in to someone that you're supposed to be worried about and not want to give your name? Is it possible that it's because you are going to deny that you called in the welfare check in the first place? Maybe?
this girl is just spiraling.
Okay. You're going to have to give me something. What's a relationship
um,
person?
so she has a presence online, and she is blackmailing people online. She is threatening people. She's on Reddit. She's on TikTok. She's acting erratically. Her comments online are wild. I think this girl is literally, her name is,
Do you have her date of birth?
I don't, but I know she was born in February. I don't know the day.
Okay, and what has she been doing online?
She is leaving comments, threatening people, blackmailing people. She's on Reddit, trying to gather people together to go after people. She's
are
just
these
acting.
people you or someone you know?
No, somebody I know online.
That dispatcher sounds incredulous. What, you don't actually know this person? This is not happening to you? This is all taking place online? Really?
Yeah, she's acting irrational, erratic, and honestly, I just wonder if her mental health is okay. Like, so she isn't going to harm herself or other people, because this.
Did she mention anything about harming herself?
No.
Okay.
But at this, I mean, this is just not like her normal stuff at all to be posting.
So you actually know her?
From online.
Okay, but you don't know her personally. You just know her online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave your name.
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
After listening to that recording, I just have to ask you, what's your opinion about what just took place there? Wow, it's totally wild. In my opinion, what they both did is wrong and is definitely not okay to do. And did any of this stop Kitty from making content? No, of course not. She carried on talking about it like anyone would. And the saga continues with a new player. So next up we have Becca Day, who is another TikToker, and she does videos doing deep dives and commentary. Needless to say, Becca has also been covering the situation that we are discussing between Lauren the Mortician and the Jamie Grayson, as well as Lauren the Mortician and Caffeinated Kitty, and the lawyer Jeanette Braun. This angered the aforementioned people, so they decided to silence Becca Day as well. And Becca was issued copyright infringement and legal action threatened against her. Now, as I've said, on most platforms you get two strikes, and if you get a third one, that's it. Your channel is then banned. And because this is her livelihood, Becca decided to stop talking about it, which is obviously her right. I don't agree that she should have been silenced, but I understand why she took that decision. As I think I've already previously stated, but all of this falls under fair use. So, how can these people get away with what they're doing? Is it because Jeanette is a lawyer and does she think she is above the law somehow? That she can just use it as a weapon in any way she wants to? to get people to bend to her will, because that's how all of this seems to me up to this point. Public figures get content made about them every second of every day. Can you imagine the chaos that would ensue if all of their lawyers acted like this lawyer is acting? If the lawyers all did act like that, there wouldn't be any commentary channels left, would there? If everyone got sued for giving their opinion on something. Next to enter this circus ring are two ladies affectionately called the girlies, and they are Jessie and Lily from the Do We Know Them podcast. This podcast can be found on all of the usual channels that you listen to podcasts on, but they also have a video version on YouTube. They also do light-hearted and funny commentary, which I enjoy, so go and subscribe to them. In fact, subscribe to everyone that I've mentioned here, because you just won't believe some of the drama that is caused on some of these platforms. It just seems utterly ridiculous to me, and it's very eye-opening, I must say. Jessie and Lily were also covering this topic, and they actually kept saying, "Oh, I wonder why nothing's happened to us. I wonder why nothing's happened to us." And then all of a sudden, it did start happening to them, and for the weirdest reason. When they were covering this, they gave Jeanette a new name because they thought it would be funny, and it was funny listening to them in their videos calling her Jana instead of Jeanette. And Ms. Braun, the lawyer, took great offence to this, and she issued some copyright strikes to YouTube regarding taking down their podcast episodes. So she issued one takedown and it was denied by YouTube. And then she issued another one which was also denied. And then that was rescinded and it was accepted. And a couple of their episodes did get taken down. But Jessie and Lily appealed this decision. And you've got to bear in mind here, this is two strikes. And if they got a third strike, that would be the end of their YouTube. And not only would it be terminated, it would be permanent. They could never ever have another YouTube channel. So this is really serious when this is your livelihood. But luckily, they did appeal and their podcast episodes were put back up, and now they are back on zero strikes again. But it didn't end there. Now they are being sued by Jeanette Braun and Lauren the Mortician. Now, Jeanette isn't the lawyer in this law case. The lawyer is someone that she actually went to university with, and it is a friend of hers, and he is taking on this case. Jeanette is actually one of the plaintiffs. And there's more. Next enter Chelsea, otherwise known as CC Suarez, who is a beautiful content creator on YouTube. And you should go and follow her as well, because her content is awesome. And she started covering this topic. She received an email from YouTube with notice of a copyright infringement, and the email said,
I got this email from YouTube and it said, "Hello, we received the copyright infringement notification below regarding your videos. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. We are writing to let you know that we do not plan on removing your videos at this time. You have control over the availability of the videos on your channel, including the ability to delete them if you choose. Thank God." And of course, the link is to my Jeanette Braun video. Please be advised, it is possible the copyright owner will approach you directly to request the removal or take other action.
and of course you know who instigated this. Yes, it was Jeanette Braun, Lauren the Mortician, and Bunny XO's lawyer. Personally, I want to call her Jodie or Judy, the unhinged lawyer. All of this begs the question, is Chelsea going to be the next one that's being sued? Because at the moment, the girlies, Jessie and Lily, Becca Day and Caffeinated Kitty are all being sued by this out of control lawyer. Whatever next? And the last thing I have to report on this matter is because of Chelsea's videos, there was correspondence between her and Bunny XO from the Dumb Blonde podcast. After more back and forth between Chelsea and Bunny, then surprisingly, Bunny posts that Jeanette has been fired. But there is no evidence of that or proof of that. There is only what is on the screen now of the conversation where Bunny is saying that she has fired Jeanette. And because there is no proof and there is only Bunny's word for it, what does that mean? Does that mean she's doing damage control because of the situation spiraling? Or is it that she's finally seen sense and thinks, oh, I don't need to be involved in any of this because it really has nothing to do with me? If she's seen sense, hopefully it will put an end to Jeanette's antics, but that will remain to be seen. And to be honest, all of this worries me as a content creator, because it doesn't matter which content that your platform is on. Just know that you do not own that platform and it can be taken away from you as quick as that. Well, that's all for now. Hopefully I'll see you on the next video, as long as I don't get cancelled. If you've enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Bye bye for now.